watching Henry Clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. Once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Gonna get money from head to toe, clean it off, living in a swimming hole. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty South. I'm about to show you what it's all about. Don't worry, this a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, but still throwing down. We're gonna tap, like that fire. We're gonna crank it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup could be an interesting one. The Saints rank in the top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Ravens defense that believes in itself. With that, let's get you out to the Bayou. We're standing by as our commentary team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Second down, Mariota going for it all. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still third down.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. On third down, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Let's go! Blue landing!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And an alley to run. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is a guy that needs no introduction to the league. He has been around quite a while.
And it's good that they have him, because when he looks around his huddle, he may not have guys with the same experience he has, maybe some of the youngsters, and his veteran leadership should help them along the way.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mariota now on second down, finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And it's 21-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
and long here for Mariota. Surveying the field. All kinds of time. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's pulled in at the 32. And some room to work. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run the counter now on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the gun, Mariota. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. To throw is Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they'll go on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. It's the Saints in the lead early here. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, party. Fine now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Fresh set of downs here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Play clock winding down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Watch 82. Watch 82. If you like to sneak out late, watch 82. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play clock's running down. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are pouring it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for it. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Deep drop. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Watch the screen. Pass. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner.
Single slot. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go. 3-19.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second and goal from the 5. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Saints are really just doing what they want out there on offense. The Ravens defense hasn't been able to get stops, and that inability to get off the field is costing them time and time again. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Saints with the football early in the first. They'll go to the ground here, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Offense now with the shot after the pit. They'll go with their run here, and he'll take this 13 yards for the score. Saints go up by 18. Ravens set the punt away. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. Saints continue to dominate. Saints have the football midway through the second. He'll cut it out right on the outside run, and he'll score his 3rd touchdown of the half. The Saints way in front. Ravens on offense midway through the second. Mariota's on point with the throw. It ends up working for a touchdown. Late in the second, Ravens still in an uphill battle. Here the pass would be completed into coverage, and he'll end up picking up 33 yards on the play. Saints would later kick the field goal. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. For the second half kickoff, let's get back to New Orleans and Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
In the red zone this time. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Cut it left. Cut it left. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
3rd down now following the run. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Play fake. Mariota. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give them 27 yards that time. And that leads to a New Orleans 1st down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Back to throw now on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Tight right, tight right. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
3rd down and 8 now.
Let's go! Green 39!
Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This one from 48 yards away. Play clock winding down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them, likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were on the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Mariota now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 6 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Mariota from the gun on third down. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Six yards to go here on second down. And they give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Ten yards still left on second down. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun, Mariota. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Single.
First down, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Ravens are going to have a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Mariota again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down and 5. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll throw again. Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Mariota on first down. It's caught right side. It turns. A gain of 6 there on first. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To the air again, Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Third and long here for Mariota. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home, all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.